first match is actually TNC versus RRnatics.
So, right from the get-go, talaga sobrang bigat na ng ating laban ngayon.
Exactly. Because TNC, we know, yun talaga yung pangdiinan ng Pinas sa mga top teams here in the Philippines. They're dominating the scene. Of course, kasi lalo na sa mga international landscape, Major, for example, sila yung representative natin. But they're going up against RRnatics. Kung hindi nyo pa kilala RRnatics, may mga veterans of Philippines with like Woods and Goba sa mga as their player pool. So they're not too shabby.
Hindi naman sila mga pushover.
Not pushover, siyempre. They are veterans. Siguro naging inactive sila sa scene, but they still can pack up a punch. So TNC started off with a Magnus Juggernaut. This is a very meta pick. Alam natin yan.
Kind of scary kasi nandyan yung yung RP ng Magnus plus the combo of the Omni Slash coming from this Juggernaut.
And RRnatics naman, they get the Vengeful Spirit Disruptor and Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, hindi siya ganun kasikat, but in a very specific cases, like itong katulad nito, meron silang composition na pwedeng mag-split push with their Nature's Prophet, yun nga. Ang Magnus Juggernaut kasi they want to 5-man.
Oh, exactly.
So one thing that you can do is to pick the Nature's Prophet and counter it with split push tactics like yung mga teleportation niya and of course summon na trends na ginagawa niya.
Yeah, plus the other thing then like the Nature's Prophet can, excel at is yung other from that split push is yung kanyang global presence response kasi you do have that teleport agad. So if ever man parang mag-turn awry yung clash nyo, pwede kang actually humiwalay sa kampi mo and then push on the other side to maybe offset yung possible na magiging push ngayon ng TNC. Kasi look at that, they have the Magnus, they have the Juggernaut, the Crystal Maiden. So nakakatakot talaga yung comp nila for the team fights.
Now RRnatics, meron silang dalawa talagang gustong gawin dito. Number one, they want the split push. Because Invoker, then meron din siyang global presence kasi pwede siyang mag-boots of travel and then push on his own. It's a very strong pusher din. Second, they want the pick-offs. Katulad nga sinabi mo kanina, na Nature's Prophet, pwede siyang mag-TP in sa mangyayaring clash. So, pwede siyang tumulong. And then Invoker, of course, meron din siyang global presence using his Sunstrike na kung nagkaroon ng clash sa ibang lanes na hindi nakikita ng TNC dito, pwede siyang magbigay ng global na Sunstrike to deal a lot of damage. But TNC, they're all in I think they're kind of all in dun sa team fight nila. But their next pick is a Sand King.
Super scary though.
Super scary indeed. They have a lot of lockdown. Meron kang Crystal Maiden with a Frostbite and then yung Sand King mo, meron din yung Barrow Strike. Very strong team fight dito from TNC and I really like it. Also, meron silang Crystal Maiden na napakalaking tulong sa Magnus, even the Juggernaut and even the Sand King. Dahil meron siya no Brilliance Aura na nagbibigay ng global again na mana regen. This helps a lot dun sa mga Magnus, mga Juggernaut and especially Sand King na mana intensive sila even in the laning phase.
Yung nakikita ko na lang dito is may pagka prime pick ngayon RRnatics with the Invoker pick kasi itong 3 heroes ngayon RRnatics, yung Vengeful, Disruptor, and Nature's Prophet, lahat yan can actually go for the team fights and go for split push din. But then at the same time, yung parang disengage potential nila, possibly yung static field lang, pero I think talagang lumaki yung kanilang disengage potential with the help of this Invoker, having the Whirlwind, the Deafening Blast.
Yep, that's totally true. RRnatics will ban out the Templar Assassin. It's isa sa mga din na pinipili dito ng TNC because mid laner na lang kulang para sa kanila. And I think that RRnatics are looking for their carry. Ngayon, I think TNC needs to ban out yung mga sobrang hard carry like Spectre, Morphling, or maybe a Luna kasi it will really help yung RRnatics. So they ban out actually the Ogre. I think ang naisip na dito is their Vengeful Spirit sa carry ng RRnatics, which is possible naman. And ginagawa rin naman yan ng RRnatics. So I guess that's why kung mapapansin yung mga nanonood sa atin is Ogre Magi yung binan dito.
Could be the flex pick din naman, a Vengeful Support and then last pick na talaga nila si Cybong carry. What do you think is gonna be a good carry for RRnatics? Hard carry.
I think the Luna would be good kasi magandang pushing siya in combination with Nature's Prophet. Also, decent na team fighter. Spectre can also be good but medyo nakakatakot lang kasi pwede silang i-run down ng TNC. Kasi Spectre is not a good laner and suffers from early game pressure.
Ursa Warrior.
Ursa, which is TNC. They are upping the tempo. They want really to have that pressure, the explosive pressure.
That's true. So possibly the Luna pick. How about a Terrorblade? Was that actually
Terrorblade is also good. It fits the same niche na parang yung carry na makapagbuhat talaga sa'yo. It's very meta. So draw ang pinili nila dito, which is a pushing lineup dito with makikita mo ngayon Invoker, Nature's Prophet, Draw Ranger, Venge, of course, Disruptor, lahat sila ranged hero. Pag nag-Death Bolt push sila, kaya nilang gawin. Meron silang mga summons from the Trent, from Nature's Prophet. Meron silang Forge Spirit. Meron silang maraming aura, Precision Aura from the Draw Ranger, Vengeance Aura from the Vengeful Spirit. All I'm saying is, kapag ginusto nila mag-push, they can really push.
Yeah. And the other side from that, I think Draw Ranger actually adds a nice form of disengage din with your push niya plus the silence. So pag na-time niya properly yun, you could possibly stop the follow-up ng TNC dito. You know, the Magnus dagger in with the RP, maybe cancelling out the Sand King, I don't know. That could be something then that could add to this type of mindset.
Yes.
Or picking or composition.
That is very true. So, but then again, I think na it's harder to execute as compared to what kung ano meron dito ang TNC.
Yeah, for sure.
Na draft nila. Very easy to execute. And right now, I'm favoring their draft, TNC at least. Kasi although itong RRnatics, kaya nilang parang pag nanalo sila na kahit isang team fight, they can really punish kung anong meron ang TNC. But I think that TNC will make it very hard for them to actually win a fight.
Yeah. So here we are, guys. We have started our match.
Yep.
And game 1 in a best of 3 series, TNC versus RRnatics. So let's have a rundown of our players.
RRnatics on the Radiance, you have Woods on his Disruptor, Invoker naman si Heinrich, si TZ on his Drow Ranger, si Gobas on his Vengeful Spirit. This will be a support, and Ewe on the off-lane Nature's Prophet.
Yes. So para say Wolf, who do you or actually before that, TNC from the dire side will be having Dims on the Sand King, Ryo, Crystal Maiden, Goku gonna be on the Ursa, Raven playing on the Juggernaut, and last but not least Sam H with the Magnus. So ikaw, who are you actually gonna be predicting to win this first game in terms of the composition stuff?
Yeah, it will be TNC talaga. It's very easy to back. Or parang if you're a betting man, you're gonna bet for TNC just because of their lineup dito. Parang it's pretty standard. It's very meta. It's easy to execute. Ang lason lang talaga nila dito is pag natalo sila ng isang clash against dito sa RRnatics, pwede sila ma-punish. But other than that, I think TNC has really covered all their bases.
Yeah, true enough. And syempre, one wrong step for RRnatics could spell disaster. Sobrang, para sabihin natin, parang ang daming ways of initiation ngayon ng TNC. Like, it's kind of, like, sasabi natin kanina, you know, it's gonna be the Magnus to initiate with the ultimate, yung kanyang reverse polarity. But there's also the start with the Burrowed Strike ng Sand King. There's the Frostbite ng, ng Crystal Maiden. Yung initiation din ng Ursa, if you know, if he wants to start, you know. It's gonna be very scary then.
Yeah, especially with an Ursa, napaka-tanky na hero. Benefits well with the Empower too.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Kaya nila talaga burst down ng... if you think about it, the RRnatics heroes are very squishy all along their course. Kahit itong si... even Vengeful Spirit against the Ursa Warrior, kahit mataas yung stats niya, she's gonna melt.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So this is definitely... interesting. I don't think so. Alright. Akala ko mag-umid si Kuko. But interesting enough. Yeah. So yung parang name of the game ngayon for RRnatics is to actually set the pace of the early game. Kasi kung maset nila to ng early and they can actually go for the aggressive stance or, you know, the aggressive ganks dito, they can actually offset possibly yung gusto ng TNC and then not have to play safely. Pero TNC might have just shenanigans, as you can see that the Disruptor is trying to rotate here on the jungle.
They are looking for a smoke gap to start things off dito. Kuku.
This could be the damage onto Heinrich though, but look at this 3-man gang into the mid lane. Kuku trying to run away. Sunstrike will not connect. There's gonna be the Frostbite. And look at that, the Savior with these Burrowed Strike.
Burrowed Strike to catching to
Burst pa ngayon si Ursa. May sal pa siya.
They might get the second kill dito. And actually, Disruptor will go down. Thunder Strike will not kill Ryo. And they are still looking for more. Burrow Strike will catch the Vengeful Spirit.
As well. Sino makakakuha na last ito to? And it's gonna be Tims with the triple kill. But still, the damage has been done. The timing from TNC.
Wow. As you can see,
glorious
794 gold gained. 1 minute in 3 kills agad. Triple kill sa isang support. That's the best start possible for TNC.
I mean, we were talking about, you know, yung mga yung early type of pressure na pwedeng bigay dito ng RRnatics. Possibly to offset yung gusto gawin ng TNC, pero they tried to do something.
They tried to do something. They failed horribly.
Yeah, it backfired way too much.
I think that both teams had the same idea din eh. Nakita mo, yung ginak nila si Kuku, tatlong hero din ang gumakay Kuku dito. But TNC, they knew na pwedeng gawin to ng RRnatics based on their draft. So they countered with a smoke. The thing is, Kuku is very tanky on the Ursa Warrior as compared to what the heroes of RRnatics are. Parang na-out-sustain lang sila doon and then out-maneuvered afterwards.
Yeah.
And the Barrow strikes
from Tims.
Always catching to. Very good. Very well played from TNC.
Yeah, and syempre, props din to Kuku to having that bait potential. Pero looks like Tims wanting to get some more. I mean, he got a 3-0 pretty early. He might actually want to go for that 4-0 naman.
It's actually the boots of speed that Nature's Prophet had dito very early to this game. Kaya siya hindi nahabol din Tims. Although Tims has the boots of travel for himself.
Yeah, but I think yung mas mabilis ba ang base movement speed ng isang Nature's Prophet? I think so.
Yep. It's 340 as you can
compared
see.
Compared sa never mind. So, parehas lang.
But he had the higher ground eh. Meron siyang ward dito sa top lane.
Yeah.
As you can see, si Ewe. So, alam niya na may rotation agad dito yung isang Sad King. Yeah, he will just go to the jungle.
The only real good thing about for Nature's Prophet, kahit man ma-pressure sa top lane ni Tims, he can still fall back to his own jungle and use his strengths for the jungle clear.
Yeah. Very strong jungler din naman ang isang Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. Tanda ko yung mga old school days na parang, teka lang muna. Tims and Kuku actually gonna be starting off into the mid lane once more. The connection from the Borrowed Strike, but look at this, two-man response coming in from RRnatics. Kuku on the run, and Tims actually trying to provide some support with the body block. But now Tims, in a world of hurt, habulin siya ng 3 members ng RRnatics. I think he might be able to get away. Wala pang stun dito si Gobas.
Yep, he doesn't have the mana.
Look at him waddle away.
But the wraparound from Woods though.
Onto the sidelines. Does he have? Oh no. Yeah, the glimpse back. He shouldn't live, but oh my god.
He's
my
staying
goodness.
alive.
He's still alive for so long.
But as you can see, 3 minutes into this game, meron na siyang arcane boots. For a support hero to have this kind of farm, that's actually pretty impressive. Well, of course, naka-triple kill din siya. That's why I think that's still space created kasi 4 heroes, 3 to 4 heroes yung nag-convert sa kanya. Invoker kind of give up because that's the right thing to do. That's a better thing to do. It's better off farming here in the mid lane. But still, 3 heroes committed to get a support kill. I think that's still worth it for the side of TNC nonetheless. It's gonna be, as you can see, net worth dito, nakakalamang na TNC courtesy of their 3 kills. That really put a dent dun sa net worth dito. But in terms of last hits, hindi rin naman sila na problema dito at all. Even after the rotations from the TNC supports, nakita niyo, Juggernaut and the Magnus stopping the network. It's gonna be
see now that, well, Tim's gonna be caught once more. It's going to be the freezing blast. Rio gonna provide him some support. And he will be able to run away. No! The last auto attack.
Last auto attack. It's the second kill. And I think that RRnatics always gets a lot of gold after this. Kasi mataas nga naman yung net worth teams dito. And if you have a higher net worth, you always get more out of getting that kill. So, even though si Tims yung nakakuha nila dito, I think that's still pretty significant for RRnatics.
Yeah, kasi 3-0 siya, so he has that bounty sa kanya.
There's a big bounty.
Interestingly enough, syempre si Tims, he's not really gonna be looking to, get himself the kills kasi he's not really the carry. He's gonna be the initiator if he gets his dagger plus maybe
4 staff.
4 staff. He's already good to go.
Yep.
That's why I think he's just looking to go for this aggressive, invade in the jungle kahit mamamatay siya time and time again. Because again, like you said, space created.
Space created, but they might find vegetables, but they're not gonna commit here. Because there's gonna be the TP from the Nature's Prophet, the Sunstrike
as well! But no, na-glimpse back! Sirio! And, well, this Invoker's not gonna get the kill. Tims once more caught in a very sticky situation, but here comes Kuku for the rescue, as well as Sam H, the body block ngayon kay Gobas, trying to run away. Nag-smash down si Kuku, pero wala siya makakuha ang slow doon, although nasa pathway niya ang Crystal Maiden.
Sam H
sorry, ang vengeful pala.
But he's not gonna find any more additional kills dito. 4 to 5 ang score. Net worth still favors TNC, as you can see, 1.4 thousand. Ang lead dito. Kuku still wants this. This is gonna be the slow, and he finds the Ranger,
but the gust,
but the
skewer.
Wow.
And will they be able to actually connect? And yes, they will. Look at this, Kuku, so aggressive. Gonna go in and gets himself the double kill. Gusto niya pang makaganap ngayon. RRnatics Woods in a world of hurt. The tower is actually hitting Kuku right now. And look at this, the trends to body block. Makakatakas mga si Woods. Yes, he will.
Too greedy of this Ursa. I think okay na yung second kill niya after the Draw Ranger. He shouldn't have gotten, he shouldn't have been more aggressive. Makakataas na sana siya doon, but he was pretty greedy and he was really punished dito. As you can see, the net worth is gonna help yung Nature's Prophet. Katina, kung nakita nyo, is the third net worth above the Ursa Warrior even when starting dun sa jungle. Yan kasi dahil dun sa binigay niyang gold dun sa Nature's Prophet after that kill.
Yeah. Into the top lane, we are seeing the Juggernaut actually put some pressure, although Vengeful Spirit gonna, well, at least stop him from maybe taking the first tower of the game.
Yeah. There's no real wave clear pa for RRnatics to really stop this. Wala silang katulad ng mga Lina na Dragon Slave that can clear out the waves. They only have this wave
Bottom
of terror.
lane wise though, it's gonna be the Draw Ranger getting caught out. One more smash and that's gonna be Kuku taking out on this Draw Ranger once more into the top lane. It's gonna be denied here though. And medyo matatrap in si Raven. He has the movement speed boost and he will be able to spin to win. Plus possibly the TP. Yun. And wow, TNC, the value.
The value they can get out of that. Of course, the deny yung towers that's still at least yung RRnatics dito catches a break. Hindi sila napagbigay ng so much gold on the side of TNC, but that is still an objective down for RRnatics, and hindi nila na-punish kasi nakapag-TP out din dito si Juggernaut, and they might also get a push here in the bottom lane.
Sure enough, although there is only the one creep, so maybe just clearing the way would definitely help them out to push that. In terms of the rotations, RRnatics not gonna be looking to defend this bottom lane.
Like I said before, wala sila ng wave clear to really stop this aggression from TNC. Their draft wasn't designed like this, but I think na on the head-on collision under the towers, hindi sila mananalo doon. But yung mga micro skirmishes before that, I think they need to win this. For example, kunin nila agad yung mga creeps dito, attract nila attention even before the push happens.
Yeah.
I think that's one win condition for them dito.
I think the huge problem here right now for RRnatics is they don't really know what to do against Kuku on this Ursa.
Yeah.
Kasi even though they can at least, get the shutdown, Kuku has already done the damage. Double kill, and then he gets killed. Pero I mean, that's still gold and, XP gained by this Ursa. So it's pretty, it's pretty scary naman.
Pretty scary. There's gonna be a push here, but the glyph was popped.
He's trying to set it up. He doesn't have the, epicenter just yet, but he is kind of scary for the initiates with that Burrow Strike primed and ready in his skill set.
They want to go for this.
Look at this.
Very fast.
They're actually trying to be glimpsing back. That's this Ursa. Nahanap nila ngayon ang Draw Ranger. It's gonna be, well, no, I don't think Siptizi can actually get away from this. The spin to win from Raven. And, well, wow. That was just a pretty clean initiation here from TNC.
And RRnatics might get the counter here in the push in the mid lane, but Dims actually finds the Nature's Prophet. There's not quite yet backup, but
Raven has an ultimate.
Raven indeed has
he
an
can
ultimate.
Actually go for it. Is he gonna be that greedy? Pero hindi. Raven gonna decide otherwise. I mean, they don't really have to.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Hindi naman niya kailangan. And they might also just force out. Actually, Kuku will find another kill on Woods. It's a killing spree also. So 330 gold, that's still quite good for Ursa after killing just a support.
Yeah. The question here is, nakita natin ngayon na TNC, they're out-rotating, out-skirmishing RRnatics. RRnatics, they've already been responding na lang to this aggression from TNC. What is RRnatics' plan of action para ma-counter out ngayon ng TNC?
I think number one is to secure the farm. I mean, yes, hindi na sila sobrang makapag-stay sa lane, but at the very least, secure nila yung jungle nila, and both of their jungles is very important for them. And then allow Nature's Prophet to TP dun sa dire side of the jungle, then dun siya mag-farm. Para at least meron silang efficient way to get the most out of their get the most of the bad situation.
Yeah. The scary thing here is, parang nakita mo yung ginawa ng TNC, they immediately push top tier 1 and bot tier 1 in terms of the tower. So, parang nabasag yung territory na meron ngayon ng RRnatics.
So,
true. Yung issue naman doon is, RRnatics will try to alleviate the pressure, pero how can they without, some towers to fall back behind?
That's actually a very tall order. Parang sobrang hirap niyang gawin, but they have to endure that. They have to do this. So, number one is vision. Gawin nila, secure nila yung vision nila. Tapos, maybe have the supports, yung parang sino nasa labas para at least kung may smoke gunk man, sila yung tatake nun and then back away from that para yung course nila is makapag-farm pa rin na safely. I think that walang clean way for RRnatics dito para makapag-farm. They still need to, parang kahit anong mangyari, magkakaroon sila ng casualties.
Yeah.
But at least they're gonna get the front
nakikita
of the
mo
course.
yung ginagawa ngayon ng TNC. They're not giving too much of importance ngayon sa RRnatics as a team. Yeah, RRnatics gonna be pushing the top tier 2, pero look at how TNC are gonna be pushing the mid and as well as the bottom lane. So they're getting 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
And I think TNC are pretty good with this, or even the same thing. Fortification plus the response from TNC. So, parang na-counter out nila yung gusto gawin ng RRnatics.
RRnatics dito, they...
Oh, Ursa has the double damage. Naghanap ngayon si Kuku. Makakuha ba siya? The-glimpse back!
Yeah,
okay, that was actually just Kuku.
That was just Kuku.
Akala ko may nabag-glimpse back.
Very scary for RRnatics there.
It was alright.
It was alright. Yeah, I think that they might be content with this. Wala eh, sabi ko nga kanina, hindi sila makakuha dito ng farm without the casualties. Be it a hero, be it an objective,
tower, yeah.
or tower, tama ka dyan. But yeah, it's a price they have to pay. Ito talaga yung dinesign nila yung draft nila eh. They don't want to really have that map control. Hindi ganun nakadesign yung draft nila. They want the pick-offs, they want the split push if ever they can.
Yeah.
And just win one fight and then punish TNC.
Yeah, the real scary thing here is pag nag-split push si Nature's Prophet, he doesn't know where TNC will be coming from if they don't have the vision for it. Kasi yung TNC right now, they have what? 3 heroes who will rely on daggers. So you have the Ursa, the Magnus, as well as the Sand King. Pero ito na, Kuku with initiation, and look at that, he makes mincemeat dito sa ating Disruptor, and TNC found a way to actually maybe start off this mid-tier 2.
They will definitely push this down. There's no way RRnatics can defend this, especially kung may healing ward. Kita mo naman, they're happily tanking this tower kasi meron silang healing ward. Wala silang pakialam. 11-5 ang ating score. 5,600 ang net worth lead ng TNC dito. And just 14 minutes in. But Tims though.
Tims! Wow, look at that. He was actually able to... How do you...
I don't know.
Fancy footwork, or you can say moonwalk away. Swag away.
Swag. Crossover.
Crossover.
Pero ang kapalit nito is Roshan. This is again uncontested by TNC.
Yeah.
So 14 minutes in, wala nang isang tier 2 tower is down for RRnatics. Roshan ay nakuha dito ng Kuku. May Blink Dagger na si Sand King on the support role. 14 minutes in, that's really, really fast. And as you can see, TNC just doing whatever they want.
That's the thing here. TNC kasi is one of that high pedigree Filipino teams.
Of course.
Syempre, of course, with all of their experience under their belt, they have that understanding of where to make the value plays when an opponent goes for that objective push. So, nakita natin na yung RRnatics wants to go for the bottom lane. You may just see them go for the Roshan, go for the top lane, and outvalue yung ginagawa ng RRnatics. So, parang pag minakuha yung RRnatics, they can still lose. But now, Kuku, he does have the Aegis Immortal, if I'm not mistaken. They will be popping it out. And look at this! Sam H sets it up with the RP. Goes for the skewer. 3-man skewer right now. Freezing Field comes out from Rio. And this is just cleaning up house. We are seeing only the Invoker to survive. Pero hindi. Omni Slash and Kuku with the mega kill streak.
Wow.
Team wipe from TNC. Grabe.
I'm lost for words. This is gonna be a replay. As you can see, the freezing field on top of this reverse polarity at dito Omni Slash. That's just a cherry on top. Okay. Oh, wow. 5 wipeout. There's no words to describe. Sobrang galing. Of course, sabi natin dito RRnatics, they had the right idea na gusto nilang patayin dito si Ursa. They got their first Roshan kill, but they are not prepared for the respawn.
Yeah.
And the perfect counter initiation from the Magnus dito. Nagawa nila, na-block nila si Ursa eh. Na-micro nilang dalawa eh, pero kinulang.
The thing is, it kind of felt that TNC just wanted Kuku to die.
Exactly. It's like, parang binate na nila yung...
Kasi he had Aegis eh.
Aegis, di ba? Parang kung ano siya eh, zero casualty maneuver. If that makes sense. Parang wala silang mawala doon kundi ang Aegis.
It does, it does.
At 5 pa nakuha nila for the price of an Aegis.
And again, yun yung sasabi natin because RRnatics right now, they don't have the proper vision to actually spot out yung mga dagger heroes ngayon ng TNC. They don't know when the fights are gonna start. So they have to be, ready to to start the clash at any moment. Pero it looks like it was just a clean fight for TNC. Although it was a pretty, sabihin natin, maganda tignan na consecutive uses of skills, but TNC really didn't have to do too much to win that one.
That is true. It's very entertaining to see the TNC dito back at their form, especially after their quite unfortunate na standing dun sa KF Major na nangyari. As you can see, TNC, they were top of, second place kumbaga sila after the group stage because they only lost 1 series and won 3 series. Pero sadly, natapat talaga sila sa isang laso na faceless na lagi napatalo sa kanila. Raven gonna dodge the Static Storm.
So many ultimates and skills able to actually get away from. He will be glimpsed back. The silence from Siptizi dito, but here comes TNC. Freezing fill from Rio. He activates the Omni Slash, and Raven still alive. Will he be able to survive? Nag-RP pa na si Sam H kawalan, and he actually won't be able to get anything. Actually, no.
It's a pump fake.
Yeah, he just pump faked his RP. And look at this, Goku looking for the chase. Sam H, will he actually do something?
And but Raven's still alive.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Raven's still alive.
Well, number one, he was quite tanky with Magic 1. Tapos meron pa siya Manta Style, as you can see right now. The Static Storm really whiffed from the side of RRnatics. They're gonna be the Glimpse. Manta Style, tinry niya mag-dodge pero di kinulang. It's gonna be the Chain of Stars, Silence, expired. Tapos nakita nyo, almost die pero nag-omnis na siya. He's invulnerable. There's gonna be the counter-nation of TNC. Yeah. The Magic 1 once again. It's gonna be the pump fake. And then the Urn of Shadow skill.
I thought it was a real, real RP.
Na-pump fake ka rin ni Raven.
Yeah. He got the skills to do so. Goku gonna be looking at Gobas. Sobrang onti na na-HP ngayon ni Gobas. He's trying to run away. But now TNC, they're starting to work at this bot tier 3 tower.
18 minutes, paring Asurai.
It's too quick. It's too fast.
And look at this. They're very disciplined. They're not gonna force the issue even when ideally kaya nila itong gawin. Pero syempre, they're very disciplined. This is a top pedigree team.
Respect the base.
Respect the base.
The thing here is, that could have gone in RRnatics' way kung if they had enough damage items. Kasi,
that's true.
Nandun na yung lahat ng initiation nila eh. Naka-dodge na doon si Raven. True enough, the Glimpse, but they had like a good amount of time to maybe get a pick-off.
Diba? Parang yung response ito ng TNC, hindi naman siya ganun kabilis. Parang tama ka. There was a really good enough time window for them para makapatay dun sa isang napaka-top net worth na hero dito. But again, tama ka naman. Without the damage output, they didn't have enough. It's just that yung net worth dito, as you can see, grabe. Sobrang tabak dito ang TNC. Ang RRnatics.
18,000.
18,000.
In terms of the gold net worth. It's very scary.
Ito yung actually, this is an update from Dota 2 na kaka-implement na kanina.
Super good.
Diba yan yung net worth? Kung nakikita niya net worth graph, yeah, that's more, tawag dito, visual way. Kasi mayroong graph ka makikita. Pero dito sa taas, below the timer, nakita niyo yung gold graph.
The thing here is, ano na yung items ngayon na meron ng RRnatics to actually maybe out-damage TNC? That's the real question here.
They almost have this Aghanim Center for the Invoker. Meron siya Midas din. That could be, I don't know, that's not really enough. Kasi especially yung carry nila dito na right-clicker only has the Dragon Lance. As compared naman dito sa TNC, kita mo naman Blink Dagger, 4-stop, and another whiff.
Trial 2 kay Raven, but he will be able to use that Blade Fury. Of course, you do know na pag inactivate yung Blade Fury, mawawala lahat ng, almost lahat, magic spells.
Yeah, he is spell immune.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if this is uncharacteristic of this disruptor ni Woods dito. Nakita mo, it's, I don't have anything to describe it, but it's a whiff talaga eh. Nag-fail talaga siya doon. The Static Storm, dapat nasa top siya ng kinetic field para hindi makali si Juggernaut. As you can see, bago pa mag-activate yung Glimpse or even yung Static Storm, nakapag-Blade Fury agad siya. Katulad niya sabi mo, spell immune siya doon. It was a mistiming from Woods dito, and that's a very big investment. Hindi ganun kadami ang oras sila dito. Nagko-cooldown ang Static Storm. Ibig sabihin nandito, TNC alam nila, ang only crowd control na meron ng RRnatics dito na legit ay yung Disruptor ulti. And since TNC, alam nila na nag-spend yun, they're gonna be aggressive right now.
Yeah. The scary thing here is, si Woods doesn't really have those high impact the ultimates right now, but look at this. Kawawa ngayon ang vengeful Omni Slash activated by Raven. Blade Fury, makakababas ko si TC, and he will actually be able to sip on his well and maybe get away from the clutches of death. They do get the glimpse back, but they beat off more than they can chew as TNC nakita nila ginawa shenanigans kay Raven and they immediately respond. Raven gets away with his life and there you go. Such a quick GG. 21 minutes into the game pa lang tayo.
Wow. This is top pedigree Dota. This is top Pinoy dito. TNC just proved kung bakit sila top team talaga dito sa Philippines. And I don't know. There's meron pa namang game 2, meron pa namang game 3 possibly if RRnatics can find their stride, but seeing that this is a very scary TNC pro team.
Yeah, do you think so from the get-go pa lang in the terms of the drafting phase, TNC has already outpicked ang RRnatics?
Yep, tama yan kasi katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, they have an easier draft na i-execute, mas malakas din talaga. Pero yeah, it's quite an outdraft talaga for the side of TNC. Kasi parang ano yun may idea yung RRnatics dun sa kanilang gagawin. Pero because of kung ano meron draft dito meron ang TNC, hindi nila na-execute. Tapos, early game pa na. Sabi nga natin, RRnatics ang kanila lang ang saving grace dito from the get-go is for their draft, for their laning phase to be really good. Pero di ba, triple kill 1 minute in for support.
Well, they tried it. Yeah. So guys, that's all the time we have. We're gonna give it to our panelists, Sid Kuduno and Pompey. So guys, take it away.
Sobrang bilis. With respects to RRnatics, medyo expected na yan ng mga tao as usual, yung medyo one-sided ng konti dahil skill level wise. Pero ang nagdikta ng buong laro yung first 2 minutes pa lang
Oo, yung first 2 minutes pa lang yung TNC when
3-0.
si teams nakuha yung triple kill dun sa mid lane. Supposedly, dapat yung draft ng RRnatics, magsimula sila ng super good. Dahil
Snowball. No?
Snowball yung lineup nila. They have the aura. They have a really good idea behind the draft na ipe-pressure nila yung isang lane, pushing with that Nature's Prophet na magpupunta sa lane, ilalabas yung mga Treyens with the Vengeful Spirit aura, the Draw Ranger aura, plus yung mga range nila. They will be able to take down yung mga towers. Yun yung gameplay behind the draft. Pero ang problema, hindi nila na-execute yun dahil sa sobrang bilis na kalamangang nag-gain nung triple kill ni teams doon sa mid lane.
Medyo underrated in the mid game yung 3-0 nung first 2 minutes. Pero ganito kasi yung nangyari nun 3 minutes meron ng boots, arcane boots si paring teams. Automatic yung pressure, kaya na nila itulak. Automatic takot, back, talagang wala nang, talagang kailangan ng mag-ingat ng sobra within that point pa lang nung game. Kahit na-equalize na rin yung, I think 3 minutes din natin na-equalize na rin yung score ng 4-all. Yung pressure nasa ano pa rin, nasa RRnatics pa rin.
Yung disadvantage na nakuha nila dun sa first 2 minutes na yun, napaka-significant. Makikita mo.
Papanoorin ulit natin.
Supposedly kung nakuha nila yung first
blood, kung nakuha nila
yung first blood, makukuha nila yung susunod na 2 kill. Pero instead, Kuku being able to walk out, being able to pop that salve, going back into the engagement, secures TNC yung first 3 kill ng laro, which actually dictates yung buong tempo na ng laro. So, RRnatics medyo kailangan nila mas mapolish yung execution nila behind their draft in order for them to have a fighting chance against this very, very, very good and experienced TNC pro team, which is for me one of the top caliber team pagdating dito sa ating Pinoy Tour. Of course, hindi natin ma-discount nandiyan ng Clutch Gamers, nandiyan ang Execration, nandiyan din ang Happy Beat. Pero dito sa current lineup sa current matchup natin na to, na TNC up against RRnatics, even though veterano yung mga player for RRnatics, makikita mo yung tinatawag nating rust. Ring rust. Meron silang ring rust Even, hindi naman kasi sila, although si Boots, alam naman natin,
kilang kilala na yan
top tier teams yung mga yan. Pero, the mere fact na parang kakabuo lang nitong team na to, just for the Pinoy Tour, na makasali sila up against the TNC squad, na almost
polish na.
The WESG champion, the Kev Major participants, the TI participants, medyo alanganin sila. In order for them to have a very good fighting chance, kailangan ma-establish nila kaagad yung, or ma-execute nila na maayos yung plano behind their draft.
Pero kuya di pa naman tapos.
Di pa tapos.
Best of 3.
Di naman dito.
Di pa tapos. Yes.
ito, mga kaibigan.
So yung sinasabi mong kailangan nilang i-punish, baka gawin na nila next game agad yun. Punish pala, gawin na nila next game agad yun. Tignan natin.
Oo, so, hindi na natin papatagalin to, mga kaibigan. We will go for a short break at babalik kami for game number 2 ng inyong TNC versus RRnatics para dito sa The Masters Pinoy Tour. So again, this is Duno and I'm with Pompey. We'll be